pandemonium. Use my fangs to murder ya. Yo soy la diosa, los demonios no me controlan. Soy culebra, una azteca, soy la reina adicta a la sangre. Es mi condena, una heroína como Lola, la trailera, sangre maya en mis venas.
What's up, 7 Octoberz here. Welcome to Nightmare on Sedgwick Avenue. Today I wanted to review the movie X, starring Kid Cudi, Brittany Snow, Jenna Ortega, Mia Goth, Owen Campbell, amongst other dope casts. And this is a slasher film written, directed, and produced by T. West, who has also done The House of the Devil, which I really liked, and also The Innkeepers, which actually I just recently watched maybe like a few weeks ago, and I really liked it. It was pretty like comedy, horror, but I really loved it. And this film I loved as well. I've been saying this year for horror, and we're only in March, and it's been having a great year. I've seen a lot of dope films, dope TV shows, so it's a great year for horror for sure. And this film, literally, man, I don't know how many people feel the same as me. It kind of got mixed reviews. It's kind of like half either you hate it or you love it. The Texas Chainsaw remake. I was one of the ones that did not like it. I just thought it was really dumb. There's a lot of loopholes. Yeah, but I won't get too much into that because we're not talking about that film. But to me, this movie X should have been the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let's just put it that way. It should have been that. Somehow they should have tied in Leatherface and it would have been perfect. But this film, for what it is, I loved it. It has like really high ratings in Rotten Tomatoes. I went to watch it in theaters maybe a few days ago as well when it just dropped. And I had high expectations because of it. Because the Rotten Tomatoes, as we all know, as horror fans, horror movies never really tend to have the highest rating when it comes to that shit. So when I saw that, I was like, man, this must be a dope film. And yes, it did. It met my expectations and beyond. So if you haven't seen this film, it will have spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it first and then come back to this movie review. Unless you want to spoil it for yourself, then go ahead. So pretty much the premise of the film, have you seen the trailer? Actually, you know what? Let me show you guys the trailer and then we'll get into it. But right now, as a horror fan, I believe that A24, the film production company, is dropping some of the best horror films in this era. So I think a lot of people feel the same way, but when I saw the trailer, I was just like, damn, this shit looks dope. It didn't give it away like all the trailers nowadays that gives the whole movie. But without further ado, let's watch the trailer here. And you'll see what I'm talking about.
I need to be famous, Wayne. All the best people are.
And it takes place in the 70s. Really dope. That's why I said it should have been the Texas Chainsaw. And it takes place in Texas.
I think you got that X Factor. Our days of struggling may soon be over.
Hollywood, here we come.
So this is it. Our own studio backlog.
That soundtrack was crazy too. Really dope.
Yes, sir.
That's one ugly son of a bitch.
And my wife, Pearl, is next door, so I would appreciate a little discretion.
You don't know what we're doing, does he?
Well, it's better to beg for forgiveness and ask for permission.
Would you like to come inside?
Much obliged.
I want to be in the movie.
Well, you can't. The story can't just change midway through.
If Daddy catches us, there's no telling what he might do.
My wife is not well. It happens after dark.
You don't want to leave, do you?
People's eyes are gonna pop out of their damn skulls when they see this. What? Are you all right?
No.
Yeah, the soundtrack's crazy on there too. It goes with the theme of the film, the whole 70s vibe that it takes place in 1979 in Texas. So as you saw from the trailer, pretty much the premise is that they're filming a pornographic film. And they're doing it in this like a board house that they rent from that old man that you saw in the trailer. But the old man has no clue that they're filming this film. They're kind of doing it behind his back. They just needed a cheap place to go with the theme of the movie, which is like The Farmer's Daughter is what the name of the script or the movie's called. And they wanted to film it in some sort of farm, so that's why they did it there. And they're kind of just sneaking it behind his back type of thing. So we kind of get introduced to Max or Maxine, who goes on this road trip again with her boyfriend, who happens to be Wayne and the producer, right? And he hires this young filmmaker who he thinks he could make the best like pornographic film, like some artsy pornographic film, right? And his girlfriend is played by Jenna Ortega, which I think is a brilliant actress, young up-and-coming actress, as she's killing it. She's also a great, already like a final girl. She's been in a couple horror films. She's been in Scream. She's been in the Babysitter, I think it was from Netflix. She's slowly becoming like a dope, like young Scream queen. And of course I believe she's Mexican too, or Latina. So that's just dope. But anyway, she plays more like the innocent role of the girlfriend that's dating the guy that's filming the porno film. And then we meet Kid Cudi, who's the actor in the film, and Brittany Snow, who's also the actress in the film of the pornographic film. So a film within a film type of thing, right? Like some meta shit right there. But pretty much right off the bat, you get this creepy vibe already from the old man that's renting out the spot with his wife. Mia Goth's character, who plays Maxine, I believe, if I recall, right? Let me see. Yes, Maxine. So she ends up going out of pretty much the old man told them to just pretty much stay away from the wife, to not go to their house, just do their own shit, like rent the place and just kind of leave them alone, right? And Mia Goth's character, Maxine or Max, she kind of really wants to be an actress. You can tell she's just kind of doing this film kind of to like, I think, satisfy her boyfriend, but also to kind of bring her to stardom. She really wants to be like a big hit. Like she says she has the X factor, which kind of goes with the theme of the title of the movie. And so she goes outside and she ends up seeing the old man's wife, which is, her name's Pearl, if you heard in the trailer, which the old lady kind of like looks at her and kind of says hi to her. And so Max goes to the house to kind of go and say hi. I don't know if she feels like something like kind of sorry for the old lady or something, but she goes in there. The lady ends up giving her, Pearl ends up giving her like some lemonade. She drinks it real quick and then she dips out. But right before that, they have a really brief interaction where Pearl tells her that she used to be a dancer, but she kind of gave up that dream when her husband, joined the military, and she married him, and she kind of put away her dreams for him. And right off the bat, you get this vibe. And like I said, there's going to be spoilers here. So this is what I interpreted from it. I feel like now, as I'm getting older with these films, maybe I'm digging too much into it or seeing more layers to it. But this is what I took from it. And feel free to share in the comments what you thought about the film, what you took from it. For what I took from it is Pearl, the older woman in the film, who ends up doing pretty much the murdering and goes on a rampage. She was a creative. She didn't get to fulfill her dream of being a dancer, because you see this really like rough, like sad scene where she goes up to her husband. She kind of hugs him. She wants to like dance with him and also pretty much be intimate with him, and he kind of rejects her and said that he doesn't know if like his heart can take it because he's older. But you can just feel she needs the need to feel wanted and be told she's beautiful. And like the fact that she didn't get to fulfill her dream of being a dancer, like that really was something that she wanted to do. And she didn't get to fulfill it. So she sees these young people being able to do whatever they want without any consequence. And for some way or the other, she feels kind of jealous that they're able to do this and she wasn't able to have like the guts to be able to do that herself. And I think that's what she sees in Mia's character, Maxine, that she was able to break away from that, because at the end of the film we kind of find out that Maxine was the daughter of this like cult type of preacher that like preaches religion and that sex is bad and all this stuff. And obviously Max is doing the opposite of that. She decided to live her life the way she wanted, which kind of connects everything at the end for me, with what I kind of interpreted the film as, was that Pearl was just jealous and bitter, the fact that she never got to live out her actual like life. So it's all in her head. It's just fantasy. And from what I can tell from the film, they have been doing this for a while, where they're kidnapping people, or like not kidnapping people, but renting out the farmhouse and then murdering these people. And mainly the husband does it out of guilt, from what I interpreted, because there's a scene where he tells her that he can't do this anymore, that he pretty much gives up, and that he probably just hasn't found the one. But Mia's character is the one for Pearl. I think it's, like I said, because she was able to see that Maxine was able to find her passion and actually go for it, versus Pearl. She never, she just gave it all up for her husband and gave up away her happiness, and didn't get to fulfill her creative needs, I guess you can say. And she finally found the one, right? It's kind of what she says, that she finally found the one, that she has something about her. And Maxine, throughout the film, she says that she has the X factor, right? So to me, it was that Pearl just didn't get to live out her dream. So she, by pretty much taking lives of these youth or whatever, maybe kind of connected to the whole Elizabeth Bathory legend, right? Where this Elizabeth Bathory would bathe in the blood of virgins because she wanted to remain young, right? So kind of gave me that vibe of like Pearl killing these people, kind of to make herself feel alive again, and kind of take the youth from these people that she killed. Because like I said, she goes on a murder rampage, and it looks like it's not the first time, because Kid Cudi kind of goes around at nighttime, where the old man says that the wife's missing, and Kid Cudi goes and helps him to go find Pearl. And it's like a swamp around there, and he finds like this BW car that's like inside the swamp. So we can tell that they've probably done this a couple times. And even, like I said, the husband tells her that he's done doing this for her. He's pretty much older already, so he's probably tired of doing it. And I think he does it out of guilt, because he feels guilt that because of him, she had to give up her dreams, right? So that's what I interpreted from the film. I really love the way it was shot, like I said, that 70s gritty vibe. Of course, it has its comedy, it has its gore. If you love gore, you'll love this film. It was really gory, fun time. Of course, it has its sex scenes and everything. I mean, they're filming a porno film, so of course they're gonna have that. Kid Cudi, does a great job as his first horror film. He doesn't have a lot of lines. I wish he had more depth to his character. We see here and there a little bit about him. We find out he's a war veteran as well, but he plays like the main actor in the porno film with Brittany Snow's character, which she's hilarious as well. But yeah, like the film, I think it has really deep undertones. Me as a creative, I could really like feel like Pearl's anger and pain of why she did what she did. Not that I'm condoning that she went and go ahead and murder all these people, but I think for her, it's like she never got to live out her dreams. And she just felt she was so bitter and angry, and the fact that she wasn't able to break away from that and actually just kind of go for it. And she sees that these young people are able to do whatever they want without any consequence, right, in her mind. And that kind of like, I guess, kind of pisses her off and sets her on some sort of rage. And with Mia's character, like, I really love her character as well, just because when we find that kind of like twist at the end, where we find out that preacher, she was a preacher's daughter, and the preacher still thinks that she can be saved, but in reality, like, she feels she's doing the right thing because she's doing what she loves. And like now, she went through this whole traumatic experience of like this lady killing all her friends and her boyfriend. And maybe hopefully there'll be a sequel. That'd be kind of dope. I would like to see what happens after that. Like, does she make it in the industry because she wants to be an actress, right? But yeah, pretty dope film, entertaining, funny, gore, all this shit. There is kind of some creepy scenes. I mean, it kind of did leave me kind of creeped out of like the way they did the makeup effects on the old people. It's like some sort of like Hills Have Eyes, like I said, kind of mixed with like Texas Chainsaw. And I just was actually looking, and it looks like Mia Goth actually played Pearl, so they added a bunch of obviously makeup effects, and you can tell right away that it was somebody like younger in those makeup effects, but it was creepy. There's like a sex scene between the old man and the old ladies. It was kind of creepy. If I can kind of say what this film reminded me of, honestly, it was like a mix of The Visit with Texas Chainsaw, like meshed together, and then a little bit of Hills Have Eyes type of shit, and Wrong Turn. So if you like those type of films, you'll love it. Like I said, it's brilliant to me. I maybe took a deeper level of thought into this film. Maybe what I'm saying is not what the director interpreted, but that's how I took it out as a creative. That Pearl was just kind of bitter, and that she never got to like break away and follow her dreams of being a dancer, and now she's kind of filled with regret type of thing, right? Like the Inception, where like you're an old man filled with regret. So check out the film. It's in theaters. I'm not sure if it's going to be on streaming or anything like that, but if it's at your theaters, definitely go check it out. It's really worth it. Like I said, the soundtrack was amazing. The way they filmed it. T. West, another dope director. And I think he wrote it too and produced it. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you really liked this review, please check out my other reviews. I have other ones here at Nightmare on Sedgwick Avenue. I also have my vlog series, The Book of Seven, where I kind of take you around my life. I have music. I'm an artist. That's one independent artist here from San Diego. Check that out as well. Any likes, comments, shares, subscribe to my channel. I'll be appreciated. And thank you all for tuning in. Peace.